They don't make music the same anymore.
No, they don't.
Like, at all. It's crazy. They do not make music the same. Like, what are we going to see? Cascada? Is that the name? What's the festival we're going to?
Well, it's not the name of the...
Don't
That's the name of the app. That's the name of the artist, not the show. Do you not know Cascada?
No, I know who it is. That's what I'm saying. Like,
And we're going to see Bewitched as well.
who's that?
You know the song C'est la vie.
They say I look like me, da.
Sorry?
Yeah,
No,
remember
that's
the
not-
start of the song?
What are
No.
you
No,
going
clue.
about? Bewitched.
Lost.
Bewitched.
It's,
Yeah.
It rings a wee bit, like, but...
Is that not a movie?
No.
No, well, it is a movie, but they're a band too.
Yeah,
From
they're a
were they
band.
down south? Or was it up north?
North.
I think so.
North, yeah.
Really?
So you look like my dad.
Are we seeing them?
Yeah, they're at the
Yeah.
festival as well.
And then DJ Sammy. All your like classics, like shit that we would have been sending each other on our Bluetooth back in the day.
Cute.
Infrared, actually.
Fuck up your Motorola.
Okay, Batman.
You
Alright.
just not have infrared.
What is infrared?
Oh, it used to be a thing as well as Bluetooth.
But it
But it
that's
was
the
different.
80s though. You're always into old.
This is like a floppy disk or something.
Yeah.
It was on your phone.
One of those
Never
phones
heard.
with the antennas.
Literally.
They're this size.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you know what advert we seen today that I haven't seen in fucking
Oh
ages?
yeah.
It was a First Line or something. You know that wee red telephone with the wheels? Do you
On
mind that?
wheels.
A direct line.
Yeah, I
direct
think so,
line,
yeah.
I just haven't seen it in ages now.
Yeah.
So I remember like all the old adverts. No one watches normal
Yeah.
TV anymore, which is crazy.
Old adverts were unhinged a wee bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a bit mad with it.
Yeah.
The driving ones were
Absolutely.
wild.
Oh, the Northern Irish adverts.
Yeah, for
Nothing
crashes.
beats it. Holy sweet fuck.
The
Like,
drinking
they were-
and driving ones.
Yeah.
I
They're
showed these ones
mental.
whenever they came
I was
over.
showing, I think I showed it like to Tom and Sam, my friends from the Isle of Man, and like they were just like, "Why is that on TV?" And I was like, I
Literally.
know, right? It's fucking brutal.
I mean,
Scares the life out of
Sticks
you.
in your head.
I know it does.
Maybe
Well,
we
it
should
was
make one
shown
like
after
that.
9 o'clock.
We should make an advert like that for the podcast.
Oh God, no.
I run
Fucking
yous
hell,
all over.
It actually scarred me. Yeah, honestly.
Well, me and
there's some-
Amber are
That's very
really a big
culture.
advocate for cross community.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's building bridges
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the other side.
One English person at a time.
Amber, were you when you had to move over here? Did that ever like cross your mind? Like, oh fuck, what if like you were a bit like ostracized? Is that the right word to use? Like, or outcasted
A
wee bit?
little bit, yeah. And like she'd just used to tease me anyway.
Yeah,
And she'd
obviously.
just be
We
like
would go
putting
past.
shit in my head, and I'd be like, "What?" And
You'd
she'd
be
be
like,
like,
"Don't make eye
laughing.
contact with him."
Yeah, literally, we'd be walking past certain bars, and she'd be like, "Don't speak," and I'm like,
Has
I'm not
anyone ever
joking.
called you like an English prick other than us? But
Jesus
Not
fucking
Not in a
Christ.
serious way, like yeah, there you
Jesus.
go. Not in a serious way, but like yeah, but
that's good.
like from people in work.
Do you remember
but
you
it's
got her
just
that
funny.
birthday or Christmas card and you asked for the 6 counties back?
Oh yeah.
Hard, yeah.
I mean,
Forgive,
you
That's
forgive
my
her for
apology.
the,
that well, like
forgive her for the famine.
fabulous. Welcome back to Little Town Big Queeries,
Episode 6.
episode 6. We are your hosts for today. That's really sweet. I
I
love
thought
that.
it would make
the
the
whiteboards to
practical
good
use
use
out of them.
Mad. Our
Love
query
it.
for today is, what are our hobbies and our interests besides each other and pussy? Which isn't not a lot, to be fair. What would you say your main hobby is? Do you think, apart from
Mine?
this? Or your main like interest aside from all this stuff?
What would be like visual art? I kind of mix photography and videography
Is that
together.
what are you most passionate about from that though? Are you most passionate about photography or editing, or
Oh, it's hard.
if you had to choose a baby?
Like, I
What would it be?
love photography. It's so therapeutic. It's
Yeah.
like my own thing. But for video editing, it's like
How did you get into this? Like, how did you discover that like you were really passionate about like editing, like, or anything? Like, how did you do that? Because I'm so jealous of people that actually have a passion. How did you discover that you were passionate about this?
I was actually thinking about this recently. I think it was like to do with loneliness a wee bit.
Okay.
Because like, see, when we moved to Isle of Man, it was like me and my brothers.
Mm.
It was like the only like friends I knew.
Mm.
And then like my brother Aaron, he moved there. I think he was 16. Obviously, the worst age to move anywhere.
Yeah,
and he
definitely.
fucking hated it there. The Isle of Man is shit like. And then Jordan was a bad shite. He got in trouble a lot. So then he was sent to live with my dad. So then out of nowhere it was just me. And then so like I moved into my brother's room because it was like they had a much better room.
Okay.
And he had like crates of these movies, and then like he had the Skybox Plus set, and I was able to record films.
Sick.
And I just sat in the room, ate my fucking body weight, and just watched all these films. And then my mom had a a camcorder, like a proper 90s camcorder, and she's like, Billie, I don't use this, so you can fuck about with it. And I was obsessed with it, and I was just making like stupid clips. We lived next to these tram tracks. I watched Stand By Me.
Oh yeah,
I was obsessed
great
with
movie.
it, so I bring my camera onto the tracks and like reenact some scenes.
That's
It was
so
so
funny.
cringy, but
Bless
then
you.
on the camcorder it had like a photo like setting, so I could just take pictures, and I was just obsessed with that.
Do you think we'll ever be able to see that footage someday?
No, it would have been like 2012, so it would have been like 11 or 12 when I really
Yeah.
picked up the hobby for it.
That's crazy. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you
But-
think they still like? Do you think so? All those films that you watched, were you like, I want to do this, or were you like, I want to act?
Oh no, I mean, like, I really do love like comedy. I feel like if I was to act, I would love to do like a comedy, something very
Skits.
satire. You know, I
Yeah.
remember in college, like all of us would be making movies, so we'd say to each other, "Here, if you need me to like act anything, I'm more than happy to do it."
Oh, yeah,
but
that's it.
I had a very strict fucking conditions when it came to this. I'd say to them, "I'm not an actor. Don't give me a serious role
Yeah.
because you're gonna make me look like a dick, and it's
Fair.
gonna make your film shit."
Okay.
And they were like, yeah, okay. And I remember there was a friend, I'll just say his name, Stas Nolan. He made this like film with the dialogue wasn't like, you know, one word answers. It was full paragraphs. I remember he was like, on the day, because I was assuming that I had a really small role, like a dead body or something. On the day he handed me like a script, and he was like, all these parts are yours, can you memorize that? And I was just like, fuck, I don't know. And my friend Liam, he was like also like the, what would you say, like other,
Protagonist.
yeah, I think he was the protagonist and I was the bad guy. And then I had to do all these lines to him, and I kept fucking up, and I could see everyone starting to get pissed off, and I was like, see, this is why I'm not a serious actor, but for
Fair.
skit shows I'd fucking love to do it.
Yeah.
It'd
Yeah,
be such
fair
good
enough.
crack.
Fair enough. That's
Yeah.
good. Do you think nowadays they still make classics?
Oh, definitely.
What's a recent classic? I know you
It's
love
a Sinners.
Hereditary.
It's a Sinners.
Sinners is a
Yeah.
fucking good movie. Yeah, to be fair, it's really good.
Because it was like unique, not that hasn't been touched on.
It was a really good
Substance, I'd say, is a classic. I don't know. I don't want to say because like I shouldn't have an opinion on that. I don't know.
movie. What are some of your favorite films? Like nowadays, do you have any recent ones on there that you consider classics today?
So like Sinners is at the top of the list.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm fucking obsessed with that film.
A really
It's-
good film.
Oh, it was
movie.
brilliant. It was
Yeah.
just so well done. I just
was
loved how they brought like black culture music and then Irish culture
Together.
like together, and how like this like music can open the gates of like hell or something, or like it can
Yeah.
open up a portal for the devil, which
Yeah.
was like that vampire.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking sick. It was
It
just,
is.
and then the music in it was just so unique.
Yeah.
I don't think it's been done.
It was really cool. A lot of it was shot in just that one barn, like the majority of it, but it was still really like entertaining. When they left the barn, you felt like the whole like nightmare was over, but it kind of wasn't. It was very like, it was weird. It was really
Yeah.
cool.
And it's just like, even from, I remember the starting of it when you had like the vampire running away, and you're like, where the fuck's he running from?
Yeah.
Like, you don't get that. I love how it's like very, it doesn't describe everything. You just see him running in the sun, like almost burning, and then he gets to, like the Ku Klux Klan's house, and
Yeah.
then he, I don't know, it was pretty cool how it just jumps into the story. There's no like time for like, you know, rehashing how we got here. But yeah, it was cool. And I loved how both of the twins worked for like the Capones, or one of them worked for the Capones, which is like Italian, would be Italian mob, wouldn't it? And then the other twin, he worked for like Irish gangsters, and you can see it in the way they're dressed. So the Irish one, he was in like a tweed cap,
Yeah.
or how do you call it, a peak cap,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
other
yeah.
one was in like a proper mafia hat. I just thought it was so well done.
They're really cool. There seemed to be like a lot of Irish folklore around vampires, like
Yeah.
Irish vampires.
I
So
love it.
the hidden meanings in it, like not even hidden meanings, the backstory of like what you would have to research whenever you got out of that movie was really cool.
Just want to hear like how I first got into like, because I obviously always preferred like photography,
Yeah.
but my first ever film that I created, it's a fucking funny story. I was I remember in Isle of Man, I was accidentally put into the highest set of history. I don't know how that happened, but I remember walking to the classroom, seeing all my friends who are super smart, being like, what the fuck is she doing here? But I remember I was only there for like a couple of months, and I can't remember if we were just learning about World War II or Pearl Harbor in like specifics, but our assignment was we had to make like an essay of like what happened at Pearl Harbor, and it had to be like our own like telling of the story. And I was like, oh fuck, I'm not good at writing. To this day, I'm a shit writer. But then for the first time I heard this option being told, the teacher was like, you can bring in a video essay. So what the fuck's a video essay? That's so interesting. So I ran home and I was like, I remember all I had was Windows Live Movie Maker, which is like, it's renowned to be shite.
Yeah.
It was all I had. It was free. And I like illegally downloaded a bunch of like World War II archive footage of like the Pearl Harbor actually happening, and then I got little like key points of what was happening and stuff, and I was like, this is actually fucking good for like a 13-year-old to make. And I was like, there's something missing. By the way, I did not take copyright into consideration, right? I just didn't think it was a thing.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what song should I put over this? And the song choice was a bit, I don't know, I don't want to say insensitive for like the crime that was committed there.
What was it?
Do you remember Avicii's Hey Brother? So you can imagine this black and white archive footage of these fucking kamikaze planes going through the sky, and then it's like, hey brother, and then zooming down, do you still believe in love? I wonder, killing absolutely thousands of people.
Oh, Christ.
I was sitting there watching it with the classroom being like, isn't this
is
good?
amazing.
Everyone was laughing at me.
like,
Yeah, everyone was like, are you fucking serious?
That's
but I'm pretty sure I
hilarious.
passed, so that was the first film I ever made, and I was like, this is my...
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely remember it. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Colin.
would you like to do that with us? Would you like
Little
to
horror
shoot a movie?
film.
Oh my god, yeah, should we horror film? But do it in black and white.
I mean, I've got ideas for films, but I need to sit down and write a screenplay for
Would
them.
you like to do
Yeah,
that
we
with
should
us?
do
You need to get the right, like, the horror films I love is the ones where it's like the right balance, like, between funny and horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I totally agree.
Like,
Like,
Are they-
it's
are
the
they
same
like-
sort
I
of thing as Shaun of
Not a
the Dead.
spoof, but what is it? Like parody?
Yeah,
Kind of?
something like that, yeah.
Like,
You
But-
got,
yeah.
you got the gore, but you got the laughs.
Yeah, like, I couldn't see myself making something like, you know, again, Christopher Nolan, proper, like, dramatic, not my style. Like, I do love, like, the comedic side of things.
You'd make
Bit
more
of
Shaun of
scary
the Dead,
movie
right?
vibes.
Yeah, yeah,
Scary
definitely.
movie.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
scary movie.
Oh,
Brenda.
imagine. I'd love to meet
I don't
Brenda.
like them, you know. I think they're
I've
so
never
dumb.
seen them.
The-
Grow up,
you
Leah.
don't understand, bro.
Yeah.
You
No,
don't
it's
understand.
funny.
I've seen a
so
clip of
good.
them on Gogglebox before, and I was like, I don't really get it.
Who?
I don't get it.
Of scary movies. You know, in Gogglebox, I seen it on that. Because, like, I've never watched them. And I was like,
I don't. Do you know what it is? This might sound pretty pretentious, but I think stupid humor in the arts is a mockery of the art. I think it's really stupid.
no, I think it's a different... It depends on if it fits your humour or not.
Yeah.
Because if it's stupid humour that you find funny,
Yeah.
But I do
You're
find
gonna-
stupid humor funny. It just sickens me whenever it's like in like the kind of that. I understand why there's like a demand for those kind of movies, because yeah, they can be funny sometimes. I just think it's dumb. Like, I couldn't, like, it's like those jokes that are like funny twice and they just do it over and over and over and over again. I'm
I
like, right,
feel
I'm
like it's
bored
a
now.
very personal thing. They're like, there's some stuff which one person's going to find really funny, and like they're going to find all this category of the stupid humour funny, and the likes of us could look at it and be like, nah.
I think
But there
it's
could be
just
another-
stupid humour, yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah,
Like,
that
is it-
movie would be funny.
Scary Movie 3, where the hat just gets bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, to be
Yeah.
fair, after
I'm like-
Scary Movie 1 and 2 are the elite because the Wayans brothers, like, they'd done them. But
Yeah.
then after, once the third one hit, they lost, like, creative rights. So, in my opinion, like, they're all right, but they're just not as funny.
Yeah,
like, those
absolutely.
brothers, like, they are fucking, like,
Yeah.
comedian gods. They're so
It's just
good.
dumb. I don't get it, but fair enough. I don't
Have
think
you never
I
seen, like, My Wife and Kids?
Yeah.
Like,
don't get it.
it's not even, that's, like, stand-up. That's completely different
Yeah,
comedy.
yeah.
But it's very 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 cheesy sitcom, and it's sickens
Yeah,
me.
but that's
It's
funny.
just-
Yeah,
like,
I like
it's-
My Wife and Kids.
some
it's
people
good.
do find that funny and some don't.
it
like,
insists upon itself, really.
I don't think
Right,
it's
so-
an insult. I think it just depends, because there's some stupid stuff, like stupid comedy and films and everything, that I would find very funny, and there's some that I'm like, this is just completely
Yeah.
Shite. Would you be into visual arts, Leah? Because you're so into like art and stuff. Would you be into the visual of it, or would you just be into like portraits and all that stuff?
I did move in image arts for A levels, and
Sorry.
I just kind of like, because we had to pick 4, so I just kind of did it as like an extra one, because I was like, oh, I should like this because I'm into art and it's like creative and everything like that. But I found like learning about the cameras and everything like that and the editing really hard to do. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't.
We would make a great team, to be fair. Just saying. That's the shit I love.
It wasn't for me. Like the ideas part, I could come up with, and like I came up with like different film ideas and everything in there, and
Yeah.
the script bit wasn't too bad either. But it was like the actual technical, using the cameras, the mics, editing. That was brutal. Like
Yeah.
And I think I ended up like getting one of my friend's brothers that was doing media in college to come and film my thing for me.
Aw.
That's sweet.
I just like handed him the storyboards and the script and was like, here.
Okay.
That is the shit
Yeah,
I
fair.
love. See, in college, I could never come up with a story. I'd be sitting there for months. Like, I just can't
Really?
come up with a story. But I'd love to see if someone had, like, a book and were like, all right, Billie, put this into visuals for me. I'd
Yeah.
fucking love to do that.
Yeah.
That's
the
my
same
dream.
as you.
The
Yeah.
story part was the easy bit for
Yeah.
me, and the storyboards, and like go through the storyboards, and like I could probably have about 100 more little squares than everybody else would have had, because I'm like,
Yeah.
That's
that's
good,
just
because
where my
there's
brain
more
is
detail
going.
in each one.
But then it was whenever it actually came to doing it, I was like, I don't know how to use the camera, I don't know how to use the mic, and then I was trying to edit it, and I was like, I don't understand what's going on here. Why is everything?
Yeah.
Why is this all like this like layers, and
Yeah, there's loads going on
there's
whenever
so
you're
much going
using
on,
the
and then you
camera.
have the audio as well, and then you have the audio from the camera, you have the audio from the mic,
Yeah.
trying to get it in the right like
It's
position,
complicated.
everything.
It
There's a
gets me
lot.
so hard. I love
See,
it.
that-
If I'm doing like a painting, it's like this is this, you know, I can add whatever abstract stuff I want into it. If I want to have like a tree upside down in the sky, just put it there. You want to make a video and you want a tree upside down, or a house upside down in the sky, or a tree upside down, or like just a random face in the sun. It's
Yeah.
like doing that in a video.
Why are you
Yeah.
shooting Teletubbies?
Yeah.
I may
so
have
funny.
been influenced.
See the way that you paint and the way that you create art baffles me as well, because I could never paint and like know what shadow goes where. It's absolutely
Yeah.
mind-boggling to
When
me.
you watch, see the likes of Bob Ross paint, and it's like he makes it look so fucking easy.
Yeah,
but it's an absolute
literally.
masterpiece. Is what you done.
Absolutely.
I'm obsessed with your vampire painting.
Vampire's still
yeah,
not
yeah.
finished.
That vampire
Absolutely.
painting you've been doing since I've known you 5 years, maybe
Yeah.
4, maybe.
No.
Something like that.
I think maybe 3 or 4 years. Been
Yeah.
doing it.
Damn.
Been a long time.
Something
But
like
it's
that.
like with the skin tone on it, I think I repainted that about close to 30 times.
Really?
Jesus
Just to get the
Christ.
skin tone right. And then once I got the skin tone right, I had to go on to doing like the eyes and stuff, which then I was changing the shadows in the eyes, which then I had to re-change the skin tone, because I had changed the skin tone like under the eyes, and the shadow didn't look right unless I changed the skin tone again, and it was just layer
Damn.
after layer after
Oh,
layer.
I don't know how you
So-
haven't burnt it to the ground.
It
I know.
reminds me of that fucking Malcolm in the Middle episode. You know when Hal keeps painting that thing and it gets bigger and bigger and it just falls on him. Oh, it's fucking brilliant.
That's
But it's
crazy.
the hair. The hair is getting to me, and I used to have it opposite my bed, so that I'd wake up every day and look at it and be like, do better.
Yeah.
But then I had to
Christ.
rearrange my room, so now the only place I can hang it is behind my bed. But whenever I wake up and I go on Snapchat, this is the first thing I go on when I wake up, see it in the camera behind me, and I'm like, do better.
It's probably more beneficial for you. But that would kill me.
So every time I look at the hair, I'm like, looks like a 3-year-old did the hair, and the rest is done by like somewhat half.
I think it's fantastic. Can we
No,
insert a
looks
photo
class,
of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do.
Yeah. So, send me
You know, it'd be really cool if you actually got real hair and clipped it onto it.
No,
That'd be cool.
would not
I
be.
don't
It'd be
think
like
so.
It'd be like
from the-
Friends.
weird.
It would
What was the name of it?
Begins with M, doesn't it?
That was the big one. There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
2
Was it
pages.
Gladys?
Gladys
Yeah,
is one
Was
of
it
them,
Gladys? Yeah. Shit.
If you could do something like that, that'd be really cool.
If I put
Real
real,
hair,
hair
real
on it,
eyes.
it would definitely look like a 3-year-old got at it.
No, I think you'd make it look cool. Like you
Yeah.
did that show
Nah,
with the
that'd
bleach
be
and the
rough.
t-shirts. That was really sick too. That
Use
was really
Amber's
cool.
hair.
No.
My mind.
What progressed your you like painting first, and then what was like fucking tattooing? I want to get into that.
It was actually my biology teacher whenever I was in GCSEs.
So
Really?
random.
So rad, because it was like he would kind of go round to everybody, and then he'd like do his little bit teaching, and he'd go round to everybody.
His job.
Good job.
His little bit.
And he'd go round everyone afterwards and be like, oh, do you understand what we did, like, and go over everything with them to make sure everyone had an understanding. But then whenever he'd get to me, I'd have like drawing on my whole arm the whole, because it was in the evening time, so I had the whole day, so I'd usually get to about here by the end of the day, and drew all over my books and everything. And he'd come to, he realised very quickly I had no interest in his class whatsoever, so when he'd come to me, he'd be, so what are we doing in art this week? What are you drawing? What's the topic? And all, and then because I drew so much over my arms, he was like, you know, I think it was his nephew is a tattoo artist up in Belfast, and he was saying about how good I think it's Jamie Donnelly is his nephew, and he was saying how good he's doing up there, and how he like put in the interest and everything into it, and just sort of excelled at it. And he was like, okay, well, you're obviously no interest in what I'm teaching.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
I may as well talk about what you are interested in, and that kind of put it into my head where I was like, maybe this actually is something I could
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, it is really cool to watch as well. Like whenever you get interested in something, you are locked into it.
Yeah.
Because also beforehand, like, none of my families would have tattoos or anything, so it wasn't really
In the front of your brain,
something
really.
I was exposed to that
Yeah.
much. So whenever he sort of put the idea in my head, that's when I started looking into it and being like, okay, this is actually really cool, you know. And I love I love body art. I used to constantly henna on myself constantly, and my favorite thing to paint is portraits, and to distort them in some sort of way,
So
or
fuck.
have it completely realistic. But it's also, I don't know if you find this, but whenever you're trying to change a hobby into a career, I have found it kind of makes me lose a bit of interest.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Because
yeah, I would say.
When I feel like whenever money comes involved, it's like, this isn't what I do for fun now.
Yeah,
This is different.
My issue was like I wasn't getting the work. I was like promoting it, like, you know, sending like Facebook if anyone wants pictures done,
Yeah.
fucking christenings, communions,
But
weddings.
I find
Never
that
done a wedding
bit's
before.
easier, because whenever I was promoting my work, because I would have taken a year out after A-levels, and I did a load of commissions and promoting my work, that was fine, that was great, like posting pictures and trying to do, I based some of my A-levels around stuff that I thought would get me commissions afterwards.
Smart
and
girl.
sell prints off as
Yeah.
well at craft fairs. Like, I twisted my sort of A-level stuff so I could do that. And then whenever I had all the commissions, it was like, well, this isn't what I want to draw anymore.
Yeah.
So then I was like, if I do make it into money, I kind of want to have it be my own sort of projects that I want to do,
Yeah.
and that will make it easier.
Would
Fair
you
enough.
rather get paid to do tattooing forever or commission in your art pieces forever?
In the art pieces that you want to do.
Yeah.
If it was-
No, not necessarily. Just people both.
See, the idea with tattooing is that you'd build up, you'd have to do like the kind of little stuff and everything, and then you'd build up a strong enough portfolio, and then you'd start looking into what area you want to go into, like what style you want to go into. And then if you go into a particular style and you're popular enough, you'll just be doing the style you like, but then you can build like the next stage above that is people are paying to come to you for your work, and you tell them what they're getting. But it's because they like your work so much. Like, yeah, there would be a bit of
Yeah.
a talking process about it, and
Yeah,
like throwing
where it
ideas
is.
about, but you have more control.
Yeah.
That's the level that you want to be.
But
Yeah.
what would you rather do
Takes a
if you're
hell
at
of
the
a lot.
highest level of tattooing, or like even if you're at the highest level of like painting and people were paying you for the art pieces that you wanted to do? Which would you rather do forever?
That's a bit of a tough one.
It is a pretty tough one.
Have to ponder.
Do you not love one more than the other? Do you love tattooing more than painting, or is it like both? Because I know painting was like
Switches.
your original hobby. Yeah, painting.
I think painting I'm always going to have a softer spot for, because it's not that it came natural to me,
Yeah.
but it, like tattooing, there's so much more to think about, because there's like different layers of skin. There's your body shape, you know, like if you're doing like here, like the portrait's always going to be facing in, but then you've also got like the muscle groups, so like that's circle, that's straight. Like here you've got like circular and straight. Like you have to consider the form of the body, so
Yeah.
you can't just plant what you want on there. And then there's certain, like everyone's going to have different shaped bodies and everything, so you have to consider so much more than just, this is
What it
your
is.
canvas,
Yeah.
I can paint what I want to paint and it's going to look how I want.
Yeah.
Like, you have to consider the curvature too. If you're doing a portrait, you have to like adjust the eyes
Yeah.
and stuff, otherwise they're gonna look wonky and all.
Yeah. Are you passionate? Would you be like passionate about visual arts because of like the Marvel stuff? Are you into those kind of stories? Because I know you got into Marvel really recently.
Yeah, I like I love the Marvel movies, to be fair. Like, they are very good.
What do you like about them? Why are you so into them? Because I never really understood.
I don't know, because like,
they're like a big franchise. But
I never realised
Maybe she likes muscly men.
yeah, that's what it is. You got me. No, I didn't realise like there was a whole big storyline behind it, kind of thing. I don't know. I really don't know. I just thought,
Yeah, because you watched them in chronological order. Like, you really watched them from the first
I think I
one
put WandaVision on first. And then I was like, this is alright, but I feel like there's better ones out there.
Yeah,
and
true.
then I looked up there was like a list of, order to watch them, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to start
Did you watch
it.
the shows as well in order?
Yeah,
What the fuck
yeah.
She
Some of
watched
the
everything
shows.
else.
Oh my god.
I would come home from
Like,
work
yeah.
and the place would be in darkness and she's in a blanket like this. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, Marvel.
Watching that
Super-
and building the Lego.
The class, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to love the Lego too.
My house is full of Lego. Love.
So funny. They look lovely though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, love the Lego too. But the movies, no. I watched all the series and the movies, and some of the series are a bit shit, don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
some of them I'm like, you're just dragging it out a bit now, like just trying to get a bit of extra money, but the movies and all were class. Don't know how I feel about the new phase. I'm hoping it's going to be really good. But like I said, I don't just feel like they're dragging it out a bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
The craze kind of went over the Infinity. What was that one with the Infinity Stones? Because when like they brought the multiverse into it,
Yeah.
like that's really
Yeah.
interesting. But now there's no consequences now, because if you die, then no, you're not dead, because there's another there's another one of you that I can just grab from another.
Fair,
It just, I don't know, it just lost a bit of like their consequences a wee bit.
I think
Absolutely.
do you think they maybe fucked themselves over by doing that?
Yeah.
Do you think they probably didn't think about it and now they're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
This has no
it's like
substance.
how much wider can you get past the multiverse?
I know.
Past time itself.
I
How
mean,
do you
like,
branch out a bigger story
That's
than
it, exactly.
the multiverse?
Yeah. It's just could go around in circles, and that's what I'm hoping doesn't happen.
Huh?
I'm lost.
Yeah, I have no idea either, but yeah, I did try to watch
Yeah,
them
they're
with you
good.
as well. I never really understood it. I'm a wee bit like you. I like a kind of old timey stuff, like quite
Love a
realistic,
movie,
like
yeah.
sad. Like I love like old cheesy romantic films, like Dear John and P.S. I Love You and all that stuff. That's my bag.
All the older ones.
Yeah, I love all that cringy stuff. And they're class. Mine is never understood Marvel. It's so left for me.
Oh.
My ex loved them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, is
but-
Spider-Man Marvel?
Yeah, I was just about
See,
to say
Spider-Man, the very first one.
You owe me Coke. No, yeah, Spider-Man's Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. That is like that introduced Marvel films into the industry again.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know, it was
Is
pretty
that the
cool.
one with the Green Goblin in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I like.
Yeah.
Any other one?
Oh,
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene of him like changing and he's going up the walls like dun
Yeah.
dun? Oh, so cinematic.
It's class, though.
That is so memorable.
Like,
from a
yeah,
child.
absolutely.
I really like the Spider-Man game.
The
God,
more
Oh,
recent
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Fly all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked fun swinging about.
Yeah,
Never
Andy
got a
brought me it.
chance.
It's sick. It is
Yeah,
really,
they are
really, really
cool.
cool. It's quite like simple and it's simple, but it's not repetitive, which a lot of games like that get, because you do a mission and then you do smaller things for that
Yeah.
mission, and then so it's not repetitive, but it's really, really cool. I
So,
like it a lot.
You're like, well, I've always like pushed books onto you, but you're more a gamer as
But
well.
yeah, big gamer geek.
Yeah.
I do love books, but I think I love books like a normal amount. You know what I mean?
Do you prefer
Yeah.
poetry over books?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
What's it about poetry? Is it just like the simplicity? You don't have to read an entire book to get
It's
your
actually
story across?
how complex poetry is.
I suppose, yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
more hidden meanings. And,
Yeah, and I like all that
Don't
stuff.
fucking talk to me about poetry. I bought a book one time, right? It was
There
something
we
like
go.
100 poems make men cry, right? Not one made me cry.
Are you a man? You're subhuman, bro. That's
You were
why.
sat there challenging the book as well, like, fucking come on
I
then,
was like-
watch
Make the
this.
book
I was like, I'm like 25 poems in, still haven't cried.
Was it
Heartless
like
bastard.
was it in The Simpsons or something when someone was going to cry and they like sucked like it was like down on their face and they
Yeah.
sucked it
Yeah.
out?
Oh, no.
Squeezing it back up.
That's so funny.
What type of poetry would you like? Is kind of like historical, romantic,
Me?
very deep, philosophical.
Philosophical and
Slam.
romantic. I
Yeah.
love poems that are
Make you
about
think.
like love, and then ones that are about the world.
Could you make up a poem on the spot?
If you give me a pen and paper, I could do it in about 10 minutes about a certain thing. Like, but yeah, absolutely, absolutely not.
Challenge accepted.
I
Yeah,
don't
do
read
it,
them.
do it.
You know that I write bullshit, like, you know, but I don't let people see it. Really, It's
Well,
just
exactly.
shite.
You say you know I do it, but we haven't seen it.
It's just
Yeah.
shit, bro. Like,
Right.
it's
I
not
know,
like,
but I'll say all my movies and photography shit, and then all you will be like, no,
that's
it's not.
it,
Billie.
exactly.
I
So
say
like,
all my drawings are shit.
Exactly.
they're just
Actually,
not good.
you
They
need
don't-
to-
And they are.
Therapy about
I just don't know. It's not something that I like want to produce. I've never really gave a shit. I don't think it's good enough that people will buy it, and I certainly don't think that it's good enough to share.
you never know if you don't try.
I know,
But
yeah.
I don't
You
even
could
care.
even
Put
just
yourself out there.
post it on TikTok and just see
Save
what
them.
the
Yeah.
crack is.
But I don't care if it is or not. I don't care if it's good. I do it because that's what I feel, and it helps me get shit out. Some people write songs. Some people like.
But I know for a fact you'd be like itching for that validation. You know, someone be's like, "This is so good." You'd be like, "Oh fuck yeah."
Yeah, I love that.
If
Eat
I
it right
write
up.
anything about Amber, most of the time I send it to her, but she's gonna tell me it's good. You know what I mean? But
Because it is. I'm not going to say, like, yeah.
No, what you need to
You
do
know.
is save them all up for like a while. Just produce, and then release all of them in one go,
Yeah.
and then have a few secret ones. Fake your own death.
Hmm.
Start a new alias. Get them famous because you make more money when you're dead, and live off that.
There you go.
most
Brilliant.
poetry.
I've
Sorted.
not thought about this before.
She could have done that with her arms. That's why it's not finished. So most poetry books are about 300 pages. I have 5 of them on a laptop. I love like Charles Bukowski. I have some of his like stuff tattooed on me. He's very controversial because he doesn't have a great view. No, he doesn't. His love for women isn't very portrayed in like what he writes. He's quite misogynistic and he's a wee bit abusive, I suppose you could say, whenever he talks about women. But the love for women is very, like, I don't want to say clear, but it's really substantial because he sees them as like these wonderful, perfect human beings he's obsessed with, but he hates that he's obsessed with them, and he calls a lot of them whores. But he knows that he's a lonely man that needs these women to feel validated about his feelings, and then he's like writing about why he loves them so much and like why he needs their validation and how wonderful they are, but he fucking hates them for it. So he's very honest with his feelings about that stuff, but that's just in terms of women. Like, he has a really nice view in the world as well. Yeah, I just love him. I think he's a great poet. But he's dead now.
Would
so.
you take inspiration off his stuff
Yeah,
then?
loads.
Cool.
The shit that I would write from my teens anyway, I never found like other poets that would write like quite brutally and quite like that didn't put love goggles on whenever they were writing. Like, I don't have rose colored glasses whenever I write about the world or like people. He was the only one that like I was like, oh, this is what I write like. So I found him after.
Cool.
If it was him or Amber, who would you choose?
For why? For what? For a
Yeah,
conversation? For sex?
For relationship.
Amber?
Oh, okay.
I don't want an old man that
I know,
smells
I
of
was gonna
whiskey
say.
and dope and probably
Yeah,
has
he hates
so
women.
much chlamydia.
Is there any Irish artists you like poets or?
Oscar Wilde.
He's alright. He's not very deep. He's
Well,
alright, but he's not
I'm gonna have
very
to get
deep.
rid of that book now. Bought you a Christmas present.
I'm sure it's from your room. Your
Yeah.
I bought it like 3 years ago.
Second hand.
No,
Well, her and mine.
I do like Oscar Wilde. There's a few of his quotes that I really love. Like, he writes very. See, Oscar Wilde and Charles Bukowski are like the opposite of the spectrum. Charles Bukowski is quite deep and quite complex with his poetry, and Oscar Wilde seems to be quite surface level. But he simplifies everything that he writes about. Like Oscar Wilde, what the fuck? I loved one of his quotes. I never really forgot it. He said, "They do not all sin; those who sin for love." That's really simple because he was a gay man. It was really, really simple. But Charles Bukowski would like write about like how their blood feels in his teeth. Do you know what I mean?
Fuck,
Not
really
quite.
deep.
Yeah, it's really.
Damn.
So, you know, whenever you're saying about like, this just came to my head about like not wanting to put your poetry out there, which is like obviously fine.
feel
I know, but I
pressured.
think one of the things like with any form of art that you do, it's an extremely vulnerable position.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
if you're
that's my
putting it
issue.
out into the world, because like anytime whenever I first would have started posting like art onto Instagram and stuff like that, the fear that I would have, and even whenever I did my first few craft fairs and everything, and like there's people coming up and they're looking at it, or you're seeing like so many views on something, and it's like, if these people think this is shit,
Yeah.
then that comes
Yeah. Oh,
that's gonna be their opinion of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And or if you get like a hateful comment or something.
Yeah.
Like I
definitely.
had one woman and I did like a portrait of giraffes or something, and it was like all dots pointillism.
You told me this
And
and made me very angry.
she commented on it and was like, I don't think it's very good. And I was like 17 at the time.
It really
Christ.
stings, doesn't
Such
it?
a simple
Brutal.
comment. Like,
Oh.
it really
So simple.
stays
Leah,
with it.
she burns it in the back garden.
It was like this 60-year-old woman. I'd spent
Ripping it up.
34 hours.
Oh Christ.
I was just like,
Yeah.
what
it would be
was the
really
need?
sad,
And I went on her Facebook profile picture, obviously, to
Yeah,
have a
you
good
have
gob.
to.
And her grandkids.
It was her mother.
Her grandkids had like they were girls and they had bowl cuts, and I was like, "You're obviously just a horrible person if you're going to do that."
Just
Oh,
like,
oh.
You torture your kids. Like,
You give girls bowl cuts.
my cat nearly got a brand new personality and makeover whenever you looked after them, didn't you?
Oh,
So we
yeah.
went away for a wee while and we asked Billie and Leah to look after the cats. And what was it, the one night that you went down there?
it was yeah, actually.
Yeah.
It was during that day, I went there in the morning because I thought I have to let them out, and I got there and I didn't see any cats, and you already was there. That
Early
let them
bird
out.
catches the worm.
And then when I was walking back, there was some old guy outside because I did see your cat, and then I was like petting it on the ground, rubbing its belly,
Yeah.
and then I was like, right, I'm gonna walk home, and I walked home, walked past this old guy. He was like, "Oh, can you get in your knees and rub my belly?" Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Stop
was-
it.
was
No
so fucked up,
way.
yeah.
Weird,
But
man.
later that evening, I went back out to get the cats, and they got Ollie, no bother, absolute prince. He was right at the door for
Yeah,
me.
Yeah.
Ollie's just always like,
Always.
Yeah,
comes
he's so,
running.
he's so good,
Yeah.
yeah. Then I was like, right, Mowgli's next, and Mowgli is the tricky one. So outside Leah and Amber's house is like a forestry nature reserve area where he'd be, and I went out with the dreamies, like the advert, shit in them, and I was like, Mowgli, Mowgli, nothing for ages, and then a cat came out of the bushes. I was like, it's pretty dark, by the way. And I was like, it looks,
Doesn't excuse it at all.
it looks
That's
like
hilarious.
because like Mowgli is like a pretty white furry cat with like black marks on his face. This cat had the same exact kind of look, but I was like, do Leah and Amber groom the cats?
Yeah.
The hair was a lot shorter than I thought, and I couldn't text Leah because you were at work.
Yeah.
I couldn't text Leah and Amber because I'm a bad fucking friend and I don't know what the cat looks like. And then my last resort was the worst option was referee. I video called him. I was like,
Yeah, it's your fault too.
It's your fault.
Just blaming
I was
her.
like, is this Mowgli? He goes, yeah, just take it back. So I picked up the cat. Was wondering why it was being very shifty, trying to jump out of my arms. I was like, I'm trying to take you home, like you're with us now. And then I put it
You're
down.
home now.
Yeah, I brought it down into the house, and then I put it on the floor, and it was like, it didn't know where it was. I was looking around. I was like, what the fuck's your problem, Mowgli? I see your brother. And then as I was about to head out the house, I heard that. You know, cats
Yeah,
do that. I was
yeah.
like, that's the wrong cat. It was like a cat and mouse chase, but it was a Billy and
God.
cat fucking
We were
chase.
saying, like, imagine you didn't realise,
funny.
like, Ollie didn't make that sound and we came home and Ollie's dead and there's a dead cat.
Literally.
Just like
There's
fur
blood
everywhere.
Savaged. No.
I felt so bad.
No, I would
it
have
was a
discovered it today.
Yeah,
True.
You're like, what happened?
Oh my
True.
god, I felt so bad because it was like within 10 seconds of me realising he was out of the house, and Ollie was just like stressed, and I went up to Ollie like, bro, I'm so sorry, I did not mean to stress you out, I'm pretty stressed out too, like, we just need all to relax
Hilarious.
right
We
now,
all
breathing
need to
exercises.
So funny.
I caused absolute destruction in your house. I just went there, made myself a coffee, and brought.
That night she kidnapped the cat.
Oh right, okay.
So she rang me and was like, this cat. I was like, that's their cat. Grand. Rang me back and was like, that's the wrong cat. Laughing down the phone. I was like, oh my god, right. Scrolled through Facebook, seen someone had put it up. Missing
not
cat in corner grade. Dire in need of medication. Has been missing for 24 hours.
Oh, stop.
And I looked at it and I was like, I swear that's the
Familiar.
cat Billie has kidnapped. So it was-
Because I feel like I know the cat that you took because I seen it round her quite a few
Yeah.
times, and I was like, I can see where she'd mistake this
Yeah.
as Mowgli if she didn't know him as well, you know.
In my
Absolutely.
defense, it was wearing a different colour in the photo, so unless they
you can
involve-
always change colours.
I will, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. But you know what? The cats, they probably got the cat.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Still floating around.
I saw
That's
him
fine.
floating around,
That's,
yeah.
it's grand.
Like,
That's a good
Yeah.
cat if it can float.
Ref, Ref.
He's traumatized.
Ref, wake up. Joe Biden, wake up. You love your true crime, dark history.
I do.
Yeah. Do you want to give us like a wee preview, either because you were into your infanticide?
Not into
You're
it.
not into it, but like you were reading a book
Excuse
into
me?
it. You're not into it.
What's infanticide?
It's where a mother killed her children
Oh,
years
right.
ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he was reading a book about it.
I was reading newspaper articles, so like I like paid for a subscription for like newspaper articles, and the papers are like over 1,000-year old. So I just typed in Fermanagh,
I love that.
and then
shit.
it brought up like records for Fermanagh, and there was like 3 about mothers killing their children in like the 1920s, and they would like kill the children, but just leave them behind a headstone and try to run away, but they'd be caught. And then instead of like doing them for the crime of murder, because it was murder, they brought in a new charge of infanticide, which is like,
Abandoned
it's a
baby.
manslaughter charge kind of
Yeah.
for a mother to kill her children, because it
Probably
started
do
to
it, like,
kind of
postpartum.
they
Yeah,
were
that's
starting
exactly
to
what
kind
I
it
was
of
gonna say
they
why
were
were they doing it,
figuring
but yeah,
out,
obviously
yeah.
postpartum.
They started figuring that out. They were like, a lot of mothers are doing this now, so
Do you have like a really short story of like either the recent book of like murders you read?
So there was this man, right, and he was about 60 odd, and he got his housekeeper pregnant, and she was only 20, and he already had a family of like grown children, and he brought her to the doctors while she was ready to give birth. So she gave birth to the child at the doctors, and on the way back from the doctor, she was crossing this bridge, and he grabbed the child from the mother and put it in a bag and threw stones in it and threw it in the water.
The man did it.
Yeah.
And did you stay with him?
I doubt it.
That's probably.
You know what? Back then, probably.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But
Holy
yeah.
fuck.
Ref is
Jesus.
loads of those
Damn.
stories.
Who do you think is the gayest hobby out of all of us? It's a question for you. Probably
I think-
poetry, eh?
I think I took
Yeah.
on the gayest fucking hobbies.
Yeah, it's very like art student, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just gonna say like a lot of like people in the arts
Sorry,
would be like queer.
Yeah.
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 We asked you if you have a crush, do you make it known? What do you think most people said? Most of the little queers that we
Yes.
watched. You think they said yeah?
No.
Okay, you think they said no? What do you think they said? The options are, of course, life's short, no, I'd rather die, or in small ways.
No, I'd rather die.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they said no, I'd rather die. Fair play. Fair play. For the ones that did want to make it known, I said, how would you make it known? They said, flirt drunkenly and hope for the best, stare at them and hope they read my mind, be direct and tell them how you feel.
It'd either be drunk or stare.
Okay, fair
The
enough.
drunk
yeah.
one.
Drunk one.
Drunk.
What would you do if you had a crush on someone?
Stare.
How would you make? Just stare. Yeah, fair enough.
I can't do eye contact, so I'd probably do the drunk one and look at the floor while I'm doing it.
What would you do, Ref?
I'd close my eyes.
I'm so bad for staring.
Yeah,
Like
same.
I
Aw.
don't do it intentionally.
Yeah,
but
no,
I
I'm the
just,
same.
Like, I'd be looking and then I start thinking in my head, but my eyes lock in to like whatever I'm looking at, and if
Yeah.
you happen to be in that path,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
gonna think I'm just like
Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm the same.
all the time at tables at work.
Yeah.
Like table 6 in one place, and then table 4 and table 6 in the other place. They're getting stared at, and then I swear the only time I ever catch myself doing it is if somebody I know is on the table. Then I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, and you look scary because you're tall and covered in tattoos. So they're
And
probably
I
like,
also
I'm not going there again. That tall, scary chef keeps staring at me. What would you do if you had a? Would you make it known? Would you flirt with them?
Say it
drunk?
again. What was the thing?
Flirt drunkenly and hope for the best. Stare at them and hope they read my mind. Be direct and tell them how you feel.
Flirt drunkenly and hope for the best. I think.
Yeah, I'm really bad for like eye contact. Like if I'm looking into your, I'm bad for eye contact with people anyway. But if I
Yeah.
fancy someone, I'm staring into their soul. So they said, well, actually, it was kind of the same. People like it was split in half. People said flirt drunkenly and hope for the best, and stare at them and hope they read my mind. Who we telling our secrets to first? The group chat, bestie, mum and dad.
Group chat.
Group chat. Yeah.
Yeah, mostly group chat. Yeah, some loser said mum and dad. I'm joking. Sorry.
That was you.
It wasn't me. Like it was 40-40. It was best friend or mum and dad. Fair
Who
enough.
said mum and dad?
I don't know, like a lot of people, to be fair, you know. Yeah, that was all the polls, really, for this week and Insta and
Cute.
stuff. Yeah, we had 200 on TikTok. That's really
Woo!
sick. Go us.
Go team.
Go team.
Go team Actimel.
Speaking of go team, well done the Lionesses
Yay!
yesterday.
Woo!
Great
fuck
job.
You, fuck you.
I mean,
fuck you.
I don't know who
Yay!
Who he
England
is.
girls.
Everybody against
Women's football.
Spain.
Fucking losers.
Ole,
Oh yeah.
ole,
We won the
ole,
final.
ole.
What a
This is-
fucking dream Chloe Kelly is. She's so
Yeah,
so
she's
fucking
lovely.
class. The one that she's a goal scorer basically.
Yeah.
She's unreal.
You're in love with
She's
bronze
such
as
a
well.
sick- Oh, I'm fucking in love with bronze. Jesus Christ, that video of her strapping her own leg up. Wank wank material. Honestly. See, love a bit of
Oh,
bronze.
that's so funny.
She's a really good player though. I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of people saying that bronze like should be the new captain. I think Leah Williamson's alright, but yeah, bronze is like proper.
Yeah,
captain
fair
material.
enough.
I like her a lot.
But Hampton, the new goalie.
Oh,
She's
unreal.
great, like,
She's
honestly.
so like she's
She's unreal.
She's bendy and wendy.
Did you
she's
know
mad,
that
like-
she got told by like doctors and stuff that she'll never play football because her eyes weren't aligned whenever she was born? She had like some sort of disorder or something, and she had to have a good few surgeries and all
Really?
to like
No
realign her eyes and
fucking
all.
way.
Like,
Bless
yeah.
them.
You can kind of see it in one of the pictures where she's diving for the ball, and one is going this way and one's going that way. But
That's like my brother's
fair play
eyes.
to her. She's fucking class.
Yeah.
Let me
Mine
tell
does,
you.
Is unreal.
Oh,
I
she's-
was shitting myself when Mary Earps retired. I was like, no,
I
stop
think
it.
everyone wants to be fair. Like,
And then yeah, no, she's
Yeah.
class.
what a penalty as well. Like for Chloe Kelly to take that penalty and do her little hop, skip, and jump. Like she always does it, and it's just sick. I think it's really cool. The
Just got to
Spanish,
have a signature thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
your own
sick.
little thing.
The Spanish news outlets were like saying, "Oh, she's so cocky. Like the game's got to her head." Obviously, because she
Yeah.
scored like last two
Yeah.
winning goals. She's unreal. You're gonna be cocky, but she's always been like that. You know.
Do you know the rules?
Yeah, the football.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd like to think so anyway.
Oh, the first penalty had to be retaken, but we
Oh,
scored
yeah.
it, and then the stupid
was
Spanish
sickening.
keeper got off her line or some bullshit, so they had to retake and she missed.
Yeah, that was very annoying, but
That was really
we did
annoying.
it still.
Yep, thanks for watching, lads. We've been Little Town Big Queeries. That was our hobbies for the day. Yeah, like Billie was saying. But yeah, there could be a gap next week because we're going to Dublin for the weekend, so that'll be a good crack. We adore you. We're really chuffed with all the
Yeah,
interaction.
thank you so
so
much.
much. Yeah, bye.
Good night.